Hi everyone, Marilee here. I know it's been a really long time since I've done a video. I haven't been in hiding, but I have been in very deep transformation. And I don't know about the rest of you, but 2017 has been pretty powerful and intense and a huge learning curve for me, but all very positive. And actually, I've heard from so many people who've been asking me, what is going on? That I felt compelled to do a video about this week. And this is Thursday. Mercury goes retrograde today. And the full moon lunar eclipse is tomorrow. And it's a blood moon. And it is the longest eclipse that we will have for this entire century. You're going to see a lot of videos about this eclipse. And a lot of astrologers have a lot of interpretations. And they're all valid. And I just want to share my perspective. First of all, we have a tremendous opportunity for a huge karmic release of whatever has been locked in your heart, things that you've been holding on to, heartbreaks, heartaches, things that have held you back because your fear-based thoughts have locked them in so that it could provide protection, or so it seems, right? This is the time on the planet for us to open our hearts more. The sun is with Leo and hanging with the North Node, and that is about where we're moving to. That's about our childhood, innocent heart connection to the universe and the beauty on the planet, and being able to still find joy in life no matter how wacky the whole world is going right now. The eclipse is on the moon, right? So what's happening is the moon's hanging with the North Node, but not only is it there, Mars is retrograde, hanging right there with it, along with Black Moon Lilith, and Mercury has now gone retrograde, and Uranus is squaring the eclipse. So what does all of that astro battle mean? It translates to, number one, try to be very kind to people and give people space. Some souls will be reactionary. They won't be able to hold back their impulse to respond in an impulsive way that is maybe, let's say, not the most productive. So we don't want to be one of those people, right? We want to be one of the ones who consciously chooses our responses. Now, a lot of astrologers are going to be telling you could be about eruptions and explosions and crazy things happening. That is part of what's going on. But what I want to address is on a soul level. There is an opportunity here for us to let go of incredible old storylines that are holding us back. It's one of the reasons why I'm up here doing a video, because it's time for me to not let things hold me back any longer. And this isn't just for this life. This is karmic. This is for lifetimes. What are you most afraid of? How are you protecting your heart? Because right now, the sun in Leo, which is all about self-expression, generosity, gratitude in the heart of a child that can really see the joy in the world, no matter what's going on, it's telling us that's what we have to move to in the midst of things seeming like they are falling apart, because we are in the middle of a huge dismantling of a patriarchal system that's gone wrong. It's gone as far as it can, and we're in the process of witnessing a lot of extremes, because that's how this breaking apart works. And the other thing I want to say is that Venus and Neptune are involved right now, and so keeping the faith and being able to trust and believe that there are good outcomes in front of us, no matter how intense life seems to be right now. I know many of us are very weary, and we're just like, can I get a break? Can I get a break? I'm hearing that a lot. I myself have gone into almost like a hibernation of having to sleep a lot more, rest a lot more. What you want to do with all these retrograde planets, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, there's a lot of retrogrades, and Chiron. What we want to do is provide ourselves with extra time for inner reflection and inner healing. And the new moon that happened 2 weeks ago has set up the potential for a tremendous healing to happen with this lunar eclipse. I like to look at the eclipse as a time of recalibration, downloads, reboots, and whatever's running your program, whatever's not working for you anymore, is nothing more than a loop between the body and the mind, and it's keeping you stuck, right? Well, we have an opportunity right now to let that go. And so I just wanted to say that's my commitment. That's what I'm going to be doing during this time period, because there's an incredible opportunity to birth something brand new, to be able to actually leave this period of time feeling lighter and freer than we felt in a really long time. But it's going to require courage. That's the Leo sun and the North Node. Being able to be courageous and move forward into unknown territory and leave this old baggage behind. We cannot get through the eye of this needle carrying these big bags. We have to put them down. And you know what your baggage is. By now, we all know what our baggage is. We may not want to face it. We may want to turn away from it. We may judge ourselves for it. And I'm saying right now, this is the time to have tremendous amounts of compassion and self-love, always more self-care, right? And being gentle with yourself through this process. It's not been very easy for anyone that I've spoken to. And, I'm going to spare you my story, but I will say this much: this lunar eclipse is exactly on my sun. So I'm in a big transformation. And I wanted to share that with you because part of my declaration of how I'm going to let go of some of these old storylines, these old scripts that are no longer serving me at all, as I'm doing this video, as a gift to all of you to say, look, let's get back in touch with the love in our hearts and get out of the fear-based loop thinking. And when we are in it, just the most important thing is to observe it. One of the things that the Aquarian energy has done in being able to be so removed and so in the place of observer where we are in our technology is that it's kind of gone to an extreme and we are disconnecting with our hearts and just, we're in our machines doing this, right? So this is a time to ground yourself, put your bare feet on the earth, hug a tree. That's what I love to do. Connect with nature, connect with people, get your eyeballs out of your technology and look around and find what's beautiful in the world and connect to it. And Leo is also about, this season is also about celebrating what is good in the world. And what's good is the fact that love is always available to us. We can choose fear-based thoughts. We can choose loving thoughts. And I'm constantly telling everyone, including myself, I'm at the top of the list, right, is to dial it to love, dial it to love. And one way you do that is you can use the Aquarian energy to be the observer of your own thought patterns and the little squirrel cage and the loop of thoughts that's going over and over and over again that you recognize are the same thoughts you thought yesterday and the day before. And are they limiting? Are they fear-based?